the Chitz and Giggles podcast.
And we're live. Good evening.
Hello.
You alright?
Not too bad. Yourself?
Good. Yeah. Long day. Very long day. Yeah. What have you been up to?
Usual. Work. More work and no play.
What have you been doing?
Nothing. Boring life.
Do you get paid for
the
doing
boring
nothing?
the boring life of a podcaster.
Do you get paid for doing nothing?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I work with a few people like that as well.
Oh yeah. Him that's watching.
That one. And him.
And him.
Yeah, I see you.
Well, should we give him a shout? As we've mentioned him, should we give some people a few shout outs?
Go on then.
Who do we give a shout outs to?
Give a shout out to Jason and shout out to your cabin, baby.
Nice. I want to give a shout out to Chuckles, actually. Shout out to Chuckles and Mrs. Chuckles. Hello, Chuckles. Chuckles, come and see us. There's a seat for you right there. Or there, wherever you want to sit. Come and see us. Come and have a chat. Get on the podcast. Exactly. Come and see us. Anyway, we'll speak about that.
And so there's no tears and there's no arguments. DJ, we love you.
We do. Anyway, now we got the shout outs out the way. Let's just quickly.
Shout out, baby.
Last week's joke. Who won?
Oh, winners of the joke.
Winners of the joke.
Let's have a look, is it?
Go on then.
Okay, we got 3 comments. Not doing too bad, mind. We're on 29 views. Keep it coming, guys.
Like and subscribe.
We got a vote from Ian. Thanks for your vote. It looks like Giggles won that one.
Yes.
It's one for you.
Yes.
Arad, both jokes were good. I think the Pokemon joke gets the vote, though. Yeah, buddy.
Bloody Pokemon.
And then Taza, Pokemon joke wins. So 2 out of 3 for me. Thank you very much. I agree.
I don't agree, actually, everyone. I did have some verbal votes in my favour, and I did say they don't count unless they're written down. So we'll just have to forget that and see how we go this week.
Yeah, always next time. It's not the winning that counts, it's the taking part.
Taking part?
It's the taking part.
Bloody take you apart in a minute.
I'll fist you, I will.
Bloody fist. Oh! Bloody fist you, I will.
There, but I'll no need for that, thank you.
It was my hand spasm, you know? You know I get some spasms.
Should take up yoga.
Take up yoga? No, I don't want to do yoga. I should do some heavy drugs. That'll help.
Bit of heavy drugs. I don't know, the bodybuilders on steroids. There's this one guy at my gym. He is huge. He has to turn sideways to walk through the door.
I'm like that. I don't know if you can tell.
Yeah.
I'm like that.
He's obviously juicing, but he's huge. You can't be comfortable.
Oh. He's
tiny legs as well. That's the big mistake.
He's what?
Tiny legs.
Tiny legs. I should never skip leg day.
Yeah, I can't really...
Yeah.
I can't say much about that.
There's only 2 leg days left until Christmas, so we're all good.
I only get 1 a year, and as you can see, my legs are nowhere to be seen.
Yeah. Can't even be seen. Blimey.
Anyway, last week you asked me if I had a Mr. Meeseeks box.
Yeah.
What would I ask for? What would I get to do? And I said, eating. I'd get to meal prep for me. Because that's one thing I really struggle with, like with the gym and work, especially working longer hours when
Mr. Meeseeks is supposed to solve something. So when you want something doing, is what he does it. Not just to be your chef.
Yeah, plus I have nothing to solve. I'm pretty good at that myself.
Maybe you can get him to teach you how to build sheds faster.
Like I said, I'm pretty good at that myself.
Well, I think we've got a few people watching that can testify. Leave us a comment and let us know, because Giggles over here, I only know what Chitz tells me. Where was we?
Eating.
Eating.
I bring this up because I am starving.
I had some fajitas.
Oh, I had a chicken burger. Well, I had the chicken. There's no
Not
no
much burger.
top and bottom
Not much
to it.
burger going on.
It's a piece of chicken, really.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, because when I'm at work all day, and I get advised not to have food. Have food later, they said. You'll be fine, they said. I'm fucking starving.
Ah.
So, Mr. Meeseeks,
yeah.
cook me food.
In that sense, yes.
Exactly. I don't need anything else. I mean, my lighter keeps breaking, so that's not good.
Is that what you can get him to do?
But, yeah. What do you think about fasting?
Fasting? Oh, it's... Do you want a quick response, or...?
Funny.
Save the jokes for the end. Well, I
told today is bad for you, and that's gone against everything I've ever been told about fasting. Fasting is supposed to be very good for you.
It is, and I've seen a few different things about fasting. In fact, I was watching one about 10 minutes ago, how it increases testosterone by 1,300% and all sorts of stuff. It does absolute wonders for your body.
For your mental health, for your physical health, for your nervous system, for your immune system.
Yeah, and it's a
very
weight. Very good way of losing weight. Yeah, I did see that as well.
I mean, you're not starving yourself, because humans, we've evolved. Thousands of years ago, we didn't pop down to Asda or Walmart, whatever you viewers across the pond would go to.
Yeah.
We used to hunt. And we didn't used to do that 3 times a day, 4 times a day. We didn't used to hunt a rabbit for a small snack.
Yeah.
We'd preserve our energy most of the day, and then do one big hunt, and that would either be successful or unsuccessful.
Yeah.
So our bodies are designed, they've evolved to allow that to be part of their daily routine. If we needed food 3 times a day, and we only had it once, we'd die. There would be no human species.
Yeah, I have heard it is very, very good for you.
So what's actually bad for you is eating 3 times a day, spread out, snacking in between.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'd like to be able to fast.
Yeah,
it's hard.
I don't think I've got enough information to know how to do it, or like what the... Do you know what I mean? The process of it all and stuff.
I think it's the time I struggle with. So you still need to get the same amount of calories in, so you're just eating a hell of a lot of food in a short amount of time.
Yeah.
I believe Muslims do it for Ramadan.
In Ramadan, yeah. They only eat or drink when the sun's down.
Yeah, it's a certain time period, isn't it?
Yeah, while the sun's up, they don't eat or drink anything.
Is it just while the sun's down? I thought it was like between maybe the hours of...
No, they
feast. They go all out during that time.
Apparently, from what I understand, I could be wrong, but from what I understand, it's that while the sun's up, they don't eat or drink anything, so they have to wait until it's dark. So growing 9, up, 10, 11 o'clock at night.
I had a sort of adopted family growing up, who were Muslim and from Morocco, and once a year for I think 40 days, 40 nights they fasted through Ramadan.
Yeah,
that's weird, isn't it? 40 days, 40 nights. That pops up in a few religions. It's a very significant time period.
Is it?
That's the amount of time that Jesus was in the wilderness. I think it was 40 days and 40 nights that Noah was out on his ark.
Oh, what the hell? Him and his 2x2s.
Yeah, that's a strange story.
Yeah, I don't know much about anything, to be honest. But I don't know much about religion and stuff like that. I'm not.
I went to a church school, and I don't know.
I'm not up on my Bible studies, so.
Apparently, I do know one thing. Apparently, most religions, the origin can be traced back to the use of psychedelic drugs.
Really?
Yeah. They have such a powerful experience, like a godlike experience. They can see entities, spirits. They don't know what the hell they are. They're experiencing this. They don't know that they've eaten this mushroom and then 2 hours later, oh, I'm seeing these things because I ate that mushroom 2 hours ago, along other mushrooms and bugs and fruits that I also ate. They just knew that I'm seeing God.
That's weird, isn't it?
And it became a sort of a ritual, a practice, a religion.
I'm sure I see a thing that somewhere in England, I think, they're doing some study on they're slow dripping some sort of drug.
Dimethyltryptamine. DMT.
Whatever. DMT, yeah. So they're slowly dripping it into people over the course of like hours at a time. And they're going on this, they have this trip that they're
trying to map out
they're trying to map out where they go, because they always go to the same place, and everyone else around them
also
goes to the same place.
Or
and they're trying to map it out.
The descriptions of the place they see, this whatever they experience, the descriptions of it are very similar in every case.
What is it? Where they going? They can't, you know.
Well, that's what they're trying to find out.
I mean, surely, unless it's just something in the brain that takes you to the same sort of place. I don't know.
Well, it's DMT. The study you're referring to in England is DMT. Dimethyltryptamine is the most potent psychedelic known on Earth. And the people in the Amazon rainforest, they actually took a DMT from one source plant and mixed it with a vine from another plant out of all of the plants in the Amazon rainforest. They somehow linked the two, and when mixed together, when brewed together to make a tea, when consumed, it is out of this world.
Apparently.
Well, the experience is out of this world, regardless if you actually go anywhere. But what you experience is, it blows you away.
Really?
And you are gone. And it's when it's consumed orally, because DMT is in everything, pretty much. A lot of plants, and any animal that eats those plants is also in the animal. It's endogenous to us, which means we produce it. They think it's responsible for dreams.
All right.
Our brains actually produce it, which is weird. A drug which is illegal to consume, we make in our own heads.
How does that work then? Because how can something be illegal that we produce?
I don't know how things can be illegal that grow out of the ground anyway, but we produce it. I think is responsible for, like when people die and come back and they have this vision. Again, a lot of the visions that people die, they all see pretty much the same thing.
Did you know the most legal drug? Sorry, the most consumed drug in the world is legal, and it is and more people are addicted to this drug than they are any other drugs. Do you know what it is?
Stuck between two.
Okay.
It's either alcohol or caffeine.
It's caffeine.
Yeah,
caffeine is illegal. It's a drug, and more people are addicted to caffeine than any other drug.
It's a brain stimulant, so I suppose it's not so bad being addicted to that. But what about alcohol? No, that's legal.
Legal drug that fucks you up in the head and turns you violent and does all this horrible shit, and it's legal.
Fucks you up mentally, physically. How many people died from alcohol?
Exactly.
It's a terrible thing. It's a big shame,
and it's legal. And then there's things like cannabis. That's illegal. And all cannabis does, all it does is makes you want to eat shit and fall asleep.
Makes you chill, dude.
How? Caffeine is in everything.
Yeah, soft drinks, tea, coffee.
Coke, coffee, tea. Do you know what I mean? Everything. And people rely on it.
People do. I can't go a day without a Red Bull. Multiple Red Bulls.
Not Red Bull. I'm not like that. But when I wake up in the morning, I can't do nothing. Not really until I've had at least a coffee.
Yeah, I nothing like that affects me. I don't mind the coffee, especially iced coffees.
But I feel so much better after I've had a coffee. I feel it's just I like having a coffee in the morning.
Yeah, I don't dislike having a coffee, but it's not one of those things that wakes me up that I need. I know people that go to bed and will not speak to you until they've had their morning fag and a cup of coffee.
I used to be like that. But
I know people that are unapproachable. Nothing like that affects me. I don't drink any energy drinks. I don't like Monsters or Rockstars or.
Oh, I do like Red Bull. I do like Red Bull, but I mean, I am partial to a nice bit of Red Bull.
Tastes like cat's pee.
No, it doesn't.
It does.
Tastes lovely.
Well, I had a shot of both and I didn't know which was which.
You had a shot of cat's pee and a shot of Red Bull, and you didn't know which was which.
They're both nasty.
Cat's pee or bull semen?
That's a myth as well.
I know it is.
It's actually a different word. It's a very similar word, but there's a different word. Whatever the word is for bull semen and whatever the word is that's in Red Bull, they're very similar spellings, but they're different words, different meanings.
Oh, okay.
So if you look at the ingredients on a Red Bull, it will actually say the word that people think means jizz, but it's not.
Oh, okay.
I'm sure that's the case. I see years ago I seen this, but yeah, that was what I said.
I was always under the impression, or somebody said, I can't remember now, that they used to put cocaine in Coca-Cola.
That's very true.
I mean, what the hell?
Why not? What's
what the fuck? No, I'm not into all that.
No, I've never partaken in cocaine.
No, nothing.
And never would, but
teetotal boy.
Not because there's a whole grey cloud over most drugs. But it's not actually the cocaine itself that's bad. Actually, pure cocaine can be quite beneficial. Not for everyone, obviously. Some people can't take any drugs if they have addiction problems or maybe some mental health problems. Like cannabis, for example, there is no fatal dosage. You cannot overdose on weed. It cannot kill you.
No, I mean, I have tried cannabis and that just makes me sick. I just can't. It just doesn't agree with me.
I like that with alcohol.
I don't drink alcohol either, but I just can't.
I haven't drunk in 3 years coming up.
Good lad.
Yeah, it's not for me.
I can't handle it. Although you're right. I mean, it probably wouldn't kill me, but it certainly doesn't make me feel nice.
But for some reason, it's still illegal. Alcohol kills you. It's legal. Cigarettes can kill you. Legal.
Yeah.
Cannabis, no fatal dosage. If you've got schizophrenia in your family, it's advised you don't take it. If you're prone to certain mental health issues yourself, you're advised not to take it. But for the vast majority of people, in moderation, when consumed sensibly.
The CBD that's in cannabis is very good for you, isn't it?
Again, for a lot of aspects of your health. Physical and mental. Physical, though, is incredible. You can get like CBD balms or like oils you put on your joints.
Yeah.
Not that joint. And for joint pain, like arthritis or any sort of joint pain, back pain, like deep heat or something like that, but CBD infused, and it's incredible. You can get CBD bath bombs that soaks into your skin. Really?
There's a big market around that nowadays.
Yeah, with stuff like that, though, I don't know actually if there's any research to can your skin absorb it? CBD?
I don't know. It might just be people jumping on the bandwagon saying, "Oh yeah, get this CBD infused bath bomb because it's gonna help you." But I mean, it might not.
Yeah, THC definitely helps you.
Well, that's the illegal part, I'm afraid.
Yeah, it's the psychoactive part.
Yeah. Well,
but again, no, it can't kill you. Yeah. Same as psilocybin mushrooms. And cocaine itself is a stimulant, just like nicotine is a stimulant. Yeah,
but cocaine's chemicals. It's made. It's not. Do you know what I mean? Marijuana's grown. It's natural.
Cocaine is grown. It's just mixed with a lot of shit.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
It's mixed with all. Yeah.
Like the part that kills you in cocaine, for the most part, the majority of cocaine deaths are from the fentanyl that it's cut with. The fentanyl is extremely dangerous. Just the smallest amount of fentanyl can kill you.
What's that? What is it?
A very dangerous drug.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but then like things like crack and heroin, they're chemicals. It's all
apparently crack
made.
And cocaine chemically are identical.
Are they?
The only difference is crack is cut with more of the stuff that cocaine's cut with, so it's less pure, and how illegal it is. The prison sentence for having cocaine and the prison sentence for having crack cocaine are completely different sentences for some reason, even though essentially when it comes down to the chemistry of that drug, they are the same thing.
That doesn't make sense.
Exactly like heroin and morphine. Morphine, you go to the hospital, they dose you up, no problem.
Yeah.
You take heroin in your basement and you're off to jail. Again, heroin is a I don't know how this topic got onto drugs.
Don't know.
But there's a California, I believe, professor at a university called Carl Hart. He's been on Joe Rogan a few times. He's a legitimate professor, PhD professor.
Yeah.
And he was against drugs. And then as part of a study, he had to study them. And thought, you can't have an opinion on something from standing over there.
Yeah.
You need to... So in other words, he took the drugs, loved the drugs, and said they're good for you. But he got access to... And he takes heroin recreationally with his wife.
Really? Okay.
He said he's not addicted to it whatsoever. He gets pure heroin. I believe he snorts it. I don't think it's injected. I believe he snorts it.
Yeah, that's fucked up, man.
But if it's clean, in moderation, then no drug should be a problem. No drug should be illegal. I don't think alcohol and nicotine should be illegal. I think all drugs, if you're consuming them yourself, if I'm not spiking your drink or anything, or you're taking it with consent.
Yeah.
If I'm a grown adult, my brain is fully developed. I mean, that's debatable, but my brain is fully developed at the age of 25. Your prefrontal cortex is fully formed at the age of 25. Why can't I? I'm not saying I want to, but who is anyone to say to me, you ain't allowed to do that?
I think that's more the reason, like you just said, because in the wrong hands, it's dangerous. You do what you want to yourself. You can do whatever you want, harm yourself or not.
Then why isn't a hammer illegal?
I mean, yeah, I could look at it that way, but I think that's maybe more why they're illegal, because you can give someone a lethal dose of something and kill them.
Again,
you can give yourself a lethal dose of something and kill yourself. That's different.
With weed?
No, not with weed. I'm saying, yeah, well, I mean, weeds. Yeah.
Do you actually know why things like weed and psilocybin mushrooms are illegal?
No.
Those two in particular.
No, go on.
Well, when they grow naturally, they can't be taxed, so the government can't make as much money off of them. They actually make more money off of them being illegal than what they do them being legal.
How?
Because of the prison industry. There's a lot of money in the prison industry.
That's just wrong, isn't it?
Prison industry is pretty much slave industry. Locking someone up, like chaining them up literally, okay, for a crime. In most cases, there's a lot of innocent people in prison. Granted, they're chained up for a crime, but they're chained up, they're forced to work, they have to do jobs, chores, for no money. That's slavery. When slavery was abolished in America, the amount of black people that got incarcerated went up like 500%. Pretty much overnight.
They are.
That's a whole nother story. We'll save that for episode 21.
Yeah. Episode 21, okay.
Got to do quite a bit of research on that one. But yeah, this is very fascinating.
Yeah. Going back to earlier, you said something about morphine. Have you ever been sedated?
No.
Have you ever been anesthetic and knocked out?
Nope. Never had enough. I've never been knocked out, like in a concussion or anything like that. I've never been unconscious.
Wow. I mean, it's so fucking good.
I've seen some wild videos of people waking up from it. My girlfriend's had it. She said it was amazing. If you could buy that in a shop.
I've been knocked out. I've been knocked out, like, completely anesthetic, like, put to sleep for different things. And I've also been just sedated, just to, again, for something different. But being knocked out with anesthetic, when you're just lying down and you're just drifting off, you just feel tired. But when you come around and wake up, it's a fucking nice feeling.
Yeah. Really funny enough, I watched a video yesterday of a young boy waking up, and the doctor said, "Look at your mommy. Your mommy's there." He goes, "Who the fuck's mommy? Mama? Is that you?"
Yeah, it is good shit. Now, again, it's a drug, isn't it? So it's giving you the same sort of, maybe not the same effects as illegal tripping drugs, like, but it's still
heroin and morphine.
Nice feeling.
Again, chemically, just like cocaine and crack cocaine, chemically, when it comes down to the composition it's made up of, identical. It's the same thing.
That's mad, isn't it?
Obviously, heroin's it's made illegally. That's another thing with them being illegal. The only way people can consume them, because people are going to consume them, they're going to get their hands on them if they want them. Yeah. The only way to do that is when they are made illegally, so you don't know how the hell they're made.
Yeah.
In people's basements with probably rat poison and God knows what. Kitchen bleach. You don't know what the hell they're made with. And that's the bad thing. The drug itself, the pure natural drug, a lot of drugs are beneficial.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Especially psilocybin. Even in small doses. People microdose. There's a lot of MMA fighters, actually, that microdose.
Microdose what?
Psilocybin. Which is the psychoactive part of magic mushrooms.
Oh, right. No, it's never really appealed to me, any of that. I mean...
It's on my bucket list. I've not done it.
Give me some anesthetic and knock me out all day long, but not something... Not like that, I don't think. I don't think I could... Yeah. I'd freak out. I don't think I could handle it.
I know what you mean. Pump some things that are being made in a lab into you, no problem. But the things that God have provided out of its own soil and sprouted out of the earth for us to feed upon, you're like, nope.
No, but it's not. It's a controlled environment.
I know what you mean.
By professionals administering it, and it's all proper. Whereas, look, I found a mushroom on the floor. Let's just eat it. What the fuck?
I wonder how many people throughout human history, how many cavemen, how many people had to die before realizing this one is the key.
This is the good shit. I don't know.
This is the one we can bag up.
Yeah.
We sell this one.
Have you seen, talking of mushrooms, have you seen the video of Mike Tyson just ramming a mouthful of mushrooms?
He's on Logan Paul's podcast.
That's mad. He just goes, "Oh, we're doing some mushrooms." He's like, "Yeah, sure, give me them all."
And he just him to drink water.
He just smashes like literally a handful of mushrooms in his face.
He's a big fan of dimethyltryptamine, Mike Tyson.
He probably is. I wouldn't want to fuck with him.
He actually sources his DMT off of a toad, a venomous toad. Apparently, this is the process. You take this toad, this poor toad, is being used for your trip. He's going on a bit of a trip of himself.
Do you lick it like our Family Guy?
No, but maybe that's the toad on Family Guy. Maybe that is the one.
In fact, there's an episode of Family Guy where they all do toad and they all start licking it and just tripping balls off it.
Well, maybe. Anyway, you can source this DMT. Again, it's found in most things.
Yeah.
But because our body produces it naturally, when we eat it orally, there's like gut biomes or whatever in all of our digestive system, through our stomach, our liver, our kidneys, everything that processes this extracts the DMT and makes it non-psychoactive. It pretty much cancels it out. Even though we absorb it, it doesn't activate it, doesn't turn it on.
Mm.
And then that's what the people in the Amazon discovered, mixing it with this other vine, that you can then drink it orally. Because when DMT is smoked just naturally, just the DMT plant, it lasts about 10 minutes. You shoot to the center of the universe, you're there for 10 minutes, you speak to God knows what, entities, ghosts, whatever they are, aliens, whatever you speak to, for 10 minutes, and then your body brings it back down to baseline. Because it's endogenous, because we produce it, our body brings it back down to ground level within 10 minutes. But when you drink it, you're out for hours.
Really?
It's a lot more stronger.
I see a thing, I can't remember where it was, but somebody took something and went on a 10-minute trip, like you just said. And he was out for 10 minutes.
I know what you're going to say.
You know what I'm going to say? In his mind, for him, he was out for 3 months and he lived a whole life somewhere else for 3 whole months.
Do you know what it reminds me of?
It felt like 3 months. And he had a car, he had a whole life going on for 3 whole months.
Family,
when in fact,
a job, friends, hobbies.
And in fact, it was 10 minutes. All that went past was 10 minutes and he was out cold for 10 minutes and then he came back and was like, what the fuck?
You know the best bit of that story?
What?
And I don't think you know this. You can actually watch him do that because he does it live on a podcast.
Really?
Yeah. You just see him go. He's gone.
Yeah. And then 10 minutes passes and he comes back and then all of a sudden fucking, oh no, I was out for 3 months. What are you on about?
But that wasn't DMT. That was salvia.
Oh, what's that? So you're bringing, I don't know what this shit is.
Salvia, it's like weed, only very psychoactive. So you hallucinate with it. I believe it's part of the, thyme, the seasoning. No. Yeah, thyme. Or sage. Maybe, no, sage.
Sage. A bit of stuffing. Sage and onion.
Yeah, sage. It's part of that plant. It's either like the male or a cousin of it or something. But it's part of the sage family. Yeah. It's extremely potent psychedelic drug. You smoke it, you put it in just like a joint.
There's a lot of science goes into like cannabis and marijuana plants.
Yeah.
I know someone that's his job. That's what he does. He breeds plants and makes all these different types of weed and stuff and writes articles on it and stuff. That's his job. That's what he does.
I know a few people who've grown it, but none of this actually his job.
His job
is illegal, so if you used to grow it, obviously you can't make a career out of that, selling it, I suppose. But
yeah, but I mean, it's actually legal here to grow it.
Is it?
Yeah, you can grow it here legally.
It's legal.
It's legal to grow, but he doesn't do anything. He smokes the plant that went after he's made it, but it's more the seeds. He specializes in the seeds and breeding them to make the seeds rather than the actual bud.
Oh, right, okay.
But yeah, it's quite interesting. He was telling me about it one day. It's very interesting how it does it, and it's so you got to be so careful that two plants can't touch. You can't have pollen coming off one plant onto you and then onto another plant because it ruins it, and all sorts of male plants, female plants, and all sorts of stuff.
I know a good friend of mine, their entire crop died because while showing somebody else their crop, they opened up the tent and showed them their crop. Yeah. Pollen off of their clothes from his friend's male plant back in his house somehow got on there, and he came back the next day, and it was instantly they just
mad,
died.
Isn't it? It's crazy how it's all this, how intricate it's got to be.
It's kind of like the bud, the flower on the female plant is what essentially dry out and smoke. That stops growing, stops blossoming once the plant mates. Then, so as soon as it comes in contact with the male plant, even its pollen. So even if a bee comes along, lands on it, and that bee has previously landed on a male cannabis plant and picks up its pollen and transfers it, that plant will die.
Yeah, that's mad. That craziness.
It's a hard old job.
Yeah, but he does. Yeah, he does podcasts and stuff as well.
Does he?
On it? Yeah, we'll have to try and get him on.
Yeah, would he be up for that?
I don't know. I can ask him.
Cool.
He's got a cool name, actually. His writing name is Stony Tark.
Stony Tark, I like it.
Yeah, kind of like Tony Stark.
Tony Stark, I like
only
it.
Stony Tark. Yeah. Nice guy.
I like it.
Yeah, cool. Right, this is probably going to have to be a bit of a shorter episode because I've got to be up early in the morning.
Off on your travels, you?
Yeah, going away for the weekend.
I'm working tomorrow.
Lovely.
Why not, innit?
Lovely. Right, okay. I think we're about time to wrap things up. Let's hear your joke.
This week's joke.
Let's do your joke. Go on. Let's see what you got.
Okay. Oh, this week is a risky one.
Go on.
We'll see how the audience fare to this one.
Okay.
My trouble is I can't remember jokes, so I get told them daily. And this one I was told today. So it's got to be told, otherwise it's gone. Ready?
Go on.
A woman runs into a police station. Help! I've been raped! Police officer says, do you mean raped? No, there was a bunch of them.
Good one. I like that. I like that. Okay.
Risky.
Okay, nice one, Chitz. Let's see what Giggles has got. Right, okay. Right. Hang on. Okay. So my girlfriend dressed up as a policewoman and told me I was under arrest for being too good in bed. After 2 minutes, all charges were dropped due to lack of evidence. Ha! Come on.
That was good.
Ah, bloody hell.
That was good. That was
Right.
good. I like that one.
You like that? Okay, good. Right then. Thanks for watching, guys. Like and subscribe.
Thanks very much.
Bye.
Bye.
The Chitz and Giggles podcast.